All right, good morning. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the AI Auto Trader. Getting in the saddle here, getting set up and ready to roll today. So we're gonna do the AI Auto Challenge today. The 1 day pass (ODP).
Order submitted.
That's gonna be the slogan for today. We had Scott get us all fired up in Discord this morning. So looking forward to hopefully Scott will join us here on live and kind of share his story as well. Ah, thanks, Gabe. Rhythmic's having another issue apparently this morning. That's a bummer. That's what that's what I'm trading. That's what I want to trade. Uh-oh. Yeah, we've experienced issues all week with Rhythmic, and the good news is I've had a few days where I've even lost money, and they blanketed it out and didn't make me lose that money. And even I won money, and they gave me the money. So that was really, really exceptional. Very surprised and thankful. So Apex has done an outstanding job for me personally with this Rhythmic issue that they're having. All right, Scott, is that you who was posting in our Discord? You passed the $250,000 account?
Order filled.
All right, way to go, man. I'm proud of you. That's awesome.
Order filled.
What a huge day. That's a huge account. Now, now that you're into the PA zone, it's probably a different strategy.
Order submitted.
I love YOLO though. Man, there's nothing more fun and exciting than that. Scott, tell your story here. Mention that you passed the 250K in the chat here so that people can recognize it as well. Share your story if you would. It's a great story.
Order filled. Order filled.
The PA account here is jamming this morning. Our strategy for the PA account looks like it's the lead dog here. This is the 20-20-20 strategy. We're going to go ahead and put it on a PA account right now. Let's not wait. Well, the burner's hot. Let's get the food on there and make some money. So we'll get this one going here. So we'll get a strategy. I'm just going to do a new one. I don't like to use the ones that we have, so we can keep the data integrity there. Scott, tell us what you did in this chat, if you would. Share that story with everybody. Those are so fun. That's a big deal too. Now that you have access to $250,000 to trade, really can use any type of strategy now. You know, you can trade 2 contracts, 5, 1. The list goes on and on. And you got a huge drawdown to work with. I think is it 7,500 on that $250,000 account? Scott passed one this morning. Way to go, Scott. He did a YOLO out of the news, man. It was jamming too. The news was cranking here.
Order filled.
We've got this. This is a hot strategy right now. This is the NQ 50K PA account strategy. I'm going to go ahead and put it to work on one of these PA accounts here, maybe just a couple of them. Well, I want to use the trade copier actually for some evals, so I'll just put a few of these PA accounts to work here.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
Wow. That's fun. I'm curious how you set those up. A pending below and above price order.
Order submit. Order filled. Order filled.
Were those discretionary trades in? I'm Mark Miller, the owner of Right Line Trading. Rory is doing a webinar this afternoon, though. He's doing a webinar to show the AI Auto Trader at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Rory, if you're out there, maybe just periodically throughout the morning, you could just drop the link into your webinar this afternoon.
Order submitted.
So over here, I'm gonna grab the NQ 50K PA account. I'm gonna load it up, and I'm gonna put it on my one of my PA accounts here. Let's go look at the lay of the land over here. So these are my PA accounts that I have right now. My best one I've got at 8,000. Then I've got a couple at 4,000 something. One at 2,000, one at 1,000, and then one that I'm underwater just a little bit here. I need to get this one nurtured back up to good standing. So I think on this one, maybe try to get number 143 up to payday here. So the payday on these is, actually it already is 2,600. That is already payday, actually.
Order submitted.
You know, that's one thing to remember when you're using these $50,000 accounts, is to get the evaluation passed, you need 3,000. To take profit on your PA account, you only need 2,600. So this one is at payday already. So I'm just kind of waiting on the days to transpire to be able to ask for the $2,000 back. So let's try to get number 146 here up to payday.
Order filled.
So this is our automated system. This is the AI Auto Trader, a fully automated system, but it is also semi-automatic, so you can move around stops and targets. And I wanted to try to just grab a strategy here, put it on my PA account real quick, and then we can kind of go over a little bit of the lay of the land of the screen and what I'm doing and how it's doing this. This particular PA account strategy trades 5 contracts, and we're trying to go 20 ticks. So it's a 20 tick profit target and a 20 tick stop loss when we take the trade. And then the minute the trade goes in our direction, it will trail directly after. And then we have a profit window here that we have that, so we're trying to get to 20. If it gets to 15 ticks, our stop loss will move up from wherever it is and give us a bracket right there at our profit. So it'll seal in some profit for us here. So we'll get this one going and try to pull a little bit of cash into this account here. So all we do is enable it. So if you were a new client to our system here, we sell the AI Auto Trader. We're Right Line Trading. This is our company name right here, and this is the AI Auto Trader. If you were to purchase our system, we give you all these templates. We call them strategy templates, or robots, or bots, and they're trading in the live market. We've got them trading in the 6 different instruments, I believe, here. So the NQ, ES, RTY, YM, GC, and the crude oil, so CL. So we've got them. We got them in all the instruments. Doing some trading, and these are the ones that are positive today so far. So a good mix of positive strategies this morning. All over the leaderboard. We got the GC 50,000 day 1 day pass. So ODP is going to be what we're going to be saying in the chat today. 1 day pass. Let's get some 1 day passes going. Scott already got us all motivated this morning. Scott, I'm gonna bring it over in Discord. The message. Scott blasted off. He took a haymaker to the moon on a $250,000 account this morning. And Scott's here in our chat too on YouTube, so he can tell his story through YouTube. But we have a private Discord for just the members only. And right now we got, looks like 160 online right now. So appreciate everybody joining the AI Auto Trader. We're here to help you make money. That's what we're doing. We're partnered with you to try to make you money today. And you know, we're in the markets with the automated system, trying to leverage it to find opportunities. So Scott found an opportunity this morning to take a YOLO trade. He had a $250,000 account, and he put one up, one down, and the one down made the 18,000 bucks for him in one trade. That's awesome. That's a huge amount of money that you can now trade, have access to trading. So way to go, Scott. That's fun. So all these bots are doing really well this morning. So, you know, if you were to just buy our system and say, okay, what do I do now? You know, first of all, we do a white glove installation, and Charles does the install, and Charles is awesome, and he's got some really good reviews. You can kind of check us out on Trustpilot, and appreciate everybody who's joined us. I see all the members here today. You know, Dr. Wild's been with us a long time. Scott, you've been with us a little while. Let's see, Gabriel, you've been with us a couple times. Gabe, appreciate you joining us. Marsha, good morning. Great review, Marsha. Really appreciate your review on Trustpilot. Man, what a beautiful, eloquent review. So thank you so much. Truly appreciate that. Yeah, so we're getting locked in here. I want to do a 1-day pass. If someone in the chat could put ODP for me, we want to make that our rally cry for using the 1-day pass, is using the ODP in the chat. Someone put that the other day. They put, hey, when you going to do the 1-day pass? And then they put parentheses ODP. And I was like, oh, wow, that is a cool thing. That's like YOLO. That's going to be our own little internal mantra. ODP. ODP. Oh, thanks, Gabe. Really appreciate that. That's really generous. I personally don't know how to get the... I'll have to ask Rory how to get the Trustpilot to write a review. I'm not familiar with it, unfortunately. How to go get that? Rory, if you are listening, we would appreciate it if you could drop some way to put a review into Trustpilot. I believe you can just go to trustpilot.com and then, you know, search Right Line Trading, and then I believe you can just write a review there. Hey, Nightbot's here. What is this thing? So yeah, there's obviously a bot that jumps in here that I don't know. We don't know how or who it is or whatever. But it's busting on Rory now. Thanks, Dr. Wild. That's really generous. Really appreciate that. We do an annual, and it charged an annual for someone who bought one last year, and they didn't want it. And I said, okay, we'll give you your money back. Do you mind writing us a review? And he's like, no. I said, okay, fine. That's okay too, but it would be nice. So we'll get this thing going here. We've got the AI. You're looking at the screen of the AI Auto Trader. Again, these are the different bots that we have. Different strategies. Each one has its own, you know, sort of setup, the way that it enters a trade, sort of the filters, and then its trade management, how it's going to manage the trade. We do have some software in the background here that's using AI to manipulate the stops and targets of our bots. So we do have some technology here that's working behind the scenes, trying to do some data analysis on the market conditions, and then adjusting those market conditions to the current ones on the bot trades. So we got a bot here kind of coming up the leaderboard this morning, and man, just a ton of good strategies out of the gate this morning.
Order submitted.
So we want the 1-day pass. If someone, Rue, all right, Rue's back. Rue, welcome. Rue, type ODP in the chat for us. Get the mantra going for us. And you guys tell me what you want to do the 1-day pass. Which one you think is the best one to deploy? Which 1-day pass do we want to deploy on some eval accounts today? Looks like the GC 1-day pass must have took a good trade for me this morning, and the NQ, the PA account. Looks like the Haymaker's doing really well this morning. It's at 700.
Order filled.
Okay, the ES one-day pass is coming up the leaderboard. So we've got a couple of good options on the leaderboard already.
Order submitted.
GC, Stefan says the GC one-day pass. That's what he's pulling for. That's the lead dog. Let's go ahead and put one on there. Let's get one on the GC. All right, Rue's into copy trading now. So Rue gave me advice to get a little more risky and up my contracts, so to scale up. And Rue, thank you for that. Rue's pulling in 5,400 this morning in gold, 2 accounts. Way to go, Rue! Woo-wee! That's awesome. So we had some good news this morning. Unfortunately, I think unemployment ticked up, which means inflation should come down, which means the market goes up if we all look at the ups and downs correctly. So the market's flying this morning, and we took a little dip. This is the NQ that we're looking at. I like to look at a 30 range chart. That's the ideal one for me to trade. So this is the NQ 30 range chart. We do have all the other ones here in the background that I will bring up. So the GC, let's take a look at that one-day pass. So this is the
Order
GC,
filled.
and we like to look at it on a 15 range chart. So look at the GC here, and we'll get a strategy going on this one-day pass here. Let's look at its trade. So took a nice entry here at about 917. Took a long entry, and it made it up to right here. Probably, how many ticks is this one? So this was a
Order submitted.
$190 trade there, a little one. Little trade on that one. So that was yesterday. So these markers are for this morning. So it had a couple of short little winners, and then another little bit bigger winner here this morning. So this is gold. Gold starting to pull
Order
back
filled.
quite a bit here. Big pullback in gold. So the one-day pass is up 1,200 on the gold.
Order filled.
Oh, okay, yeah, Stephen,
Order
thanks. I
filled.
missed the window there. We gave you guys the windows of the best times to use the one-day passes, and sometimes it is only like a 30-minute window, I believe, for the GC there. So we do data analysis every Friday. So today at 3 o'clock, I'm meeting with my team, and we're going to look at all the strategies and try to optimize the settings for you. We do that every Friday,
Order filled.
and then we give them back out in our
Order
Discord
filled.
community in a spreadsheet. And the spreadsheet's easy to follow, and
Order
you can just
canceled.
go back and open up your strategy, and then
Order filled.
make those changes that we offer up once a week. So we'll put those out in Discord this afternoon. Let's get the one-day pass on the NQ. How about that? So KJ, good morning. We start the strategies at, I'll say, all different times. What I mean by that is I have several machines. For example, I've got several
Order filled.
PCs running, and I have some running actually 24 hours. So we're running the bots and the strategies 24 hours on some machines. And then we look at those times and see what the most profitable hours are. And that's what we set on, for example, the strategies that we release to clients is we look at all the data, aggregate it, and then bring it into the best opportunities. So that's what the portfolio is of strategies that you would get if you would buy our system, is our most profitable times. So for example, let's go to one, and I'll just kind of break it down for you. So the most profitable strategy right now this morning is this one right here, this PA account one. And the way these strategies work is you just you can right click on it, and then you can go to edit the strategy. Inside here are all the parameters that we have set up for you. So for example, this bot wakes up at 8:30 and it goes to bed at noon. So these times are all, programmable, and we've developed it so you can even add different sessions. So let's say I look at the data and I find, little opportunities of profit at like, let's say 8:30 to noon, and then for some reason right at the closing bell at 3 to 4:15, I can go ahead and put 3 to 4:15 in here, so you can have three unique trading sessions. And if you want them to run 24 hours a day, you just copy the one 8:30 a.m. or any time. You just duplicate it. So you just duplicate the times there, and then it'll run 24/7. We have also this risk management area here that's really creative, and you can do a lot of different things here. And with the AI Auto Trader, we use our community to develop our system together. So all these improvements weren't things that I thought of. They were things that you guys have thought of and brought to our Discord chat channel under the channel of improvement ideas. So over here in Discord, when you guys put improvement ideas in here, we move these ideas to a spreadsheet, and we then rank them ideas, as impact and difficulty. So the impact that it'll make potentially if we put that, process in place on the strategies, and then, how difficult it is to get set up and programmed. So we've developed a lot of these things here in this risk management area on ideas that you guys have given us over time. And then we've got some entry signals here. So we've got 3 unique entries right now.
Order filled.
And then this is down here is
Orders
the trade
submitted.
management. So this gets down into the nitty gritty of how many ticks you're trying to get, how many contracts you're trading, and then the stop loss activity. And then you get down here into the accounts. So if you were to
Orders
buy our
submitted.
system, the only thing that you would need to do to trade it to your live account is to open up this one strategy, any of these strategies, go down in here to this area where it says account, and for example, you'd put it on an Apex account, or I have a NinjaTrader brokerage account. You could put it on your NinjaTrader brokerage account, but you would just put it right here, change the account, hit OK, and then hit the enable button. Now it's in the market. It's looking for those best trade setups to enter on those filters that strategy had, and it will do the work for you from here on out. So it's armed and ready to roll. And the way we know that it's ready to roll is it's green. The text right here is green.
Order filled.
When it's disabled, I'm just going to disable it
filled.
again. It's black.
Order
So
filled.
it's not up and alive if it's black.
Order
Once you
filled.
enable it, it turns green, means that it's all active and ready to roll. So this is the AI Auto Trader. Let's see. Let's grab
Order
another
filled.
window. So it's really flexible platform that you can do all kinds of cool things with the charts and stuff. I like to
Order filled.
kind of
Order
change the
submitted.
backgrounds around a little bit. It's something fun. And again, the charts are really here just for entertainment. The strategies don't need a chart to trade. So the charts are really just here for us for our entertainment, or if you want to, take a manual trade or, see how the trade's going. But just know that the chart can't mess up your strategy. And we developed it like that on purpose because charts accidentally get
Order submitted.
changed around. And we wanted to make sure that our strategy had integrity and, wasn't easily changed or manipulated. So the Haymaker's having a nice outing this morning. It's up 745.
Order submitted.
Let's get a one-day pass going. All right, first day here. I love that. Dark side of the moon. Way to go. Thank you for bringing that up today. That's awesome. So this is a guy who really knows his stuff. He's got his
Order
icon
filled.
on here with the dark side of the moon logo. That's beautiful. Yes, they're fully
Order
automated.
filled.
Okay, yes. Apex
Order
only
filled.
allows semi-automated. Absolutely, 100%. That's the rules. And this is a fully semi-automated
filled.
system too. And if we can, I'll go watch a trade that's going on. So right here, if we go to positions
Order
down here,
filled.
we can see all these trades that are going on. We'll go and check this ES out. And I'll show you what I mean by semi-automated. So we've got an ES trade here. This is an ES 5-minute chart. This is one of our strategies. And the one that's doing really well down here is the ES Signal A AI drone. So I'm just going to go grab it over
Order
here,
filled.
take a look at it. So it's in this trade right now. And it's a fully automated system, so it entered the trade. It's now, you know, doing its thing. It's got its stop moved up to break even. But what it is now you have the flexibility
Order
right here,
submitted.
so you can move around your stops and targets, and that's what they want. If you kind of listen to Daryl or John on their presentations, which is a little hard to watch sometimes. They kind of talk down to
Order
us like
filled.
we're scammers, gamblers,
Order filled.
schemers, and cheaters.
Order filled.
But I am a gambler. You got me.
Order
I go
submitted.
to the casino, I gamble, I invest, I do all that. Am I a schemer and a scammer? Not really. Do I follow the rules? Yeah. But you know, he's a little hard on us in that aspect, I think. Now, maybe they know different about people scamming and scheming that are different than,
Order filled.
you know, trying to trade and make money,
Order
but I'm
filled.
not sure. So from their chair, I don't know. But
Order
for
filled.
us, this is
Order
a
filled.
semi-automated system.
Order submitted.
You can move around the stops and targets. In fact, a lot of people, first day here, if that's you know your name there, I don't see a name, but a lot of people use our crosses, our cross indicator for entry. And I even do that if I'm discretionary trading.
Order filled.
So again, I own the
Order
company, and
submitted.
I own I think we have about 5 or 6 different pieces of software. So I have all kinds of indicators and software. And, you know, I trade
Order
all kinds of
submitted.
ways, not just one way. I'll tell you, the automated system sure makes it easy, though. This is the easiest trading I've ever done. But the cross indicator, so I don't see one on this particular chart yet. Let me make sure that I've got the
Order
indicator
submitted.
set up properly here. So to make sure my cross indicator is set up properly, I just go in here, go down here to my cross indicator. So the cross is going to be showing on signal A, yep,
Order
red or
filled.
green, and I've got a filter in
Order
here.
submitted.
So we developed this cross indicator that emulates the strategy. So as soon as a cross pops onto the chart, it's going to be a good setup for a trade. So we can kind of see one over here. A lot of people buy our system and end up discretionary trading it.
Order submitted.
Right here is a cross indicator that was put on the chart by the system, signifying that it was potentially a good time to go long in this case. So we take the trade after candle close. So the cross goes on, and then the automated system takes the trade after candle close right there.
Order canceled.
So our automated system is set up in a way to give you as a trader an advantage. We know that these systems are not going to be perfect. They're not going to win every trade. So we've mathematically looked at
Order
it,
submitted.
and if a bot is, let's say an entry is 30% successful, no, let me go with an easier number, 25%, that means I got to set up a trade with a 4-to-1 risk to reward. That's how you see profit in all these.
Order submit. Order
This isn't by
order
just
filled.
luck. Not here. Here. you're not seeing profit in all these by luck. It's by design.
Order filled.
So we know
Order
what
filled.
the capability of the entry typically is, and we then
Order filled.
set our risk to reward up
Order submitted.
to heavily favor the
Order
trader.
filled.
What I mean by that is, like, say
Order
for example,
filled.
our signal A typically makes it, let's say 25 ticks.
Order filled.
Or 25%, we're going to make sure
Order filled.
that we do a
Order
4-to-1
filled.
in our trade management, so that we make sure that we make money. That's at the end of the day, we got to make money. So that's why we have all these risk to rewards heavily weighted in your favor. Wish I was louder. This is, oh, thanks, Steve. That's something that I struggle with. Let me go to my, let me go and try to change something in the audio, because it is probably painful on your end. Go into this thing right here.
Order filled.
System,
Order submitted.
sound, mic. Here we go. I don't know why this thing keeps going down. Here we go. Steve, how did that do?
Order filled.
We'll go all the way up. We'll get crazy today.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Okay, Steve, thank you. So some it was okay, some it wasn't. Thanks, Steve and Steve. Appreciate you guys for joining us this morning. So we got this ES trade here, about to make a winner chicken dinner. Hey, we had a PA trade here while I'm running my mouth. Ugh. Sorry about that. Had a PA trade go on behind the scenes here. Let me go ahead and find this one. We can kind of peel apart its trade real quick. Number 143. So great, that got me to payday. That one trade right there got me to payday in this particular account. So I probably want to now disable this one. I don't need to get greedy on these accounts. You know, $500 a day is awesome. And if I would have copy traded that, that would have been really, really awesome. So right here, this one made $4.95. You will lose some in commission. So it looks like I lost about $20 in commission, but we ended up with $4.75 in our account. So let's take a look at number 143 and what happened. Oh, that's awesome. So we took 5 contracts. Let me share this too. This is really, really important. Probably one of the most important things if you were to buy our system, and just trying to be as totally as transparent as possible. Again, that's our goal as our business, and I am the owner, and these are the values that I personally have. I grew up as, you know, Catholic, and you know, had a great family, great childhood. So integrity means a lot to me. I went to the Army, served 4 years in the United States military, and you know, integrity matters a lot to me. So we want to share everything we can to be transparent. These trades don't trade. They don't take the exact same price. So if you buy, like in this example here, I bought 5 contracts. 4 of them got filled at, you can see here, 19.030.00, but one of them got filled at a different price. So it's at 19.029.75. We call that 1 tick off. So you won't get filled at the same exact prices every time you take a trade. That was really challenging at first when we first launched the system. You know, we do an analysis on Friday, like I mentioned, and we take about 4 or 5 different PCs, and we do an average, and then show you guys what the average is, because of this same phenomenon right here. Luckily, I got filled all at the very bottom here, which is very surprising. Hit this thing right at the end. But sometimes you don't, and you know, you might lose a trade, and then someone else might win a trade, and it's like, wait a minute, I'm down 500, you're up 500, what the? Sorry, I have no idea. But when we start to dig into it, we start to recognize that it's bigger than that. So we just had another trade here go on while I was looking here. And before I was able to disable it, let's see, am I still in? Oh my gosh, I'm 44 cents away from being in payday. Oh no, it's 52.6. That is still payday. All right. let me get my head straight here. For the $50,000 accounts to get into payday, you need 52,600. So I am in payday on that one. Number 146 down here, that's the one I want to try to move. So let me edit this strategy and just change the account. So the next trade, it will trade into this one and re-enable it. So we're locked and loaded again. Now we're going to try to put a little bit of money into this 146, and we might take a loss too. That's it's part of trading. Is you jump in the ring and you don't know if you're going to get hit in the mouth or you're going to take a good swing and get somebody. Oh, thanks, Rory. Rory put the Trustpilot review thing in the chat. Thank you very much. If anybody wanted to leave us a review, and Marsha left us a beautiful one. Thank you, Marsha. You're really, really awesome. That was really, really great. Lucky to have Charles on our team to help install your system for you and give you pointers. Charles been trading for a long time. Let me tell you a story about Charles. Man, what a great guy. So we launched the AI Auto Trader, and he was a client. And he was very active in Discord, helping people out, just like he does, his natural behavior. And he reached out to Rory and said, "Hey, I sure would like to join you guys if you had any opportunities." And kind of waited a little bit, and he kept helping people. And I reached out to him, and he's like, "Yeah, I sure would like to help." And I said, "Oh, really? Well, let's make this a win-win. Let's do it." And about a year ago, I guess it's probably been about a year now, he started working for us, and then been great to work with. Been really, really helpful for us and our community of traders. So thanks again, Charles. So we're going to go ahead and take this trade here on this account, number 146. Let's get down here and see what's going to happen. So we're in this trade. We're trying to go short with 5 contracts on a PA here. We're really in this zone here of indecision on the NQ. Okay, we got our profit window. All right, we got our $500. Way to go. Way to go. Awesome. So we pushed that one into a $475 victory there for us. And that's what we're trying to do with the Auto Trader now is really circle around and rally around these apex accounts. Like, I don't really want to go for, the big extended moves. I mean, we were doing 200 ticks like it was nothing with a lot of these strategies. So now that we're shortening up our movements a lot, it's increasing our win rate, and then allowing us to scale up. Which Rue here in chat, Rue is the one who brought us to the big money. Way to go, Rue! Rue's from India. Rue trades every morning with us. Rue trades gold mostly. Sometimes he tips into the CL, but if you look back in the chat, Rue made, I think he said 5,400 in 2 accounts this morning. Oh, I wanted to highlight Scott. Scott's got the trade of the day. Scott pulled off a dinger. Scott, let's go show your dinger here. One more time. Take Scott out and do a show and tell. Scott, you're going to have to do a show and tell for us. Scott, oh, what does he got here? He dropped something else. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. Dropped in a invitation. Oh, to their Discord. Okay, thank you. Look at what Scott did this morning, though, guys. He pulled off a YOLO. He put one up, one down, took the downer, and got almost $18,000 in profit on one account. How come I think that's so fun? What's wrong with me? That's so fun. Okay, we're going to go long now. We got the cross. This is what I was saying earlier. Some people just buy our system to try to trade the crosses if you wanted to, follow their rules to the nth degree. And, they are getting more stringent as you kind of look and, watch their videos. They're trying to keep some controls in place. And, I haven't had any problems yet, but that doesn't mean I won't. Was I DCAing? I don't know. I'm sure I have. So, I had to learn what DCA was. It's dollar cost averaging. If any of us do that, you probably want to stop if you're doing it for Apex accounts. They're going to bust us with that if you do that. They think that's scheming, scamming, cheating, and I don't know whatever other words he used, but I didn't know it was any of that. I thought it was fine, but they don't like that. And flipping. And I'm not exactly sure what flipping is in their mind. Maybe if someone in chat here could tell us what you think the definition of, from Apex, what you think the definition of flipping is. Because I'm not familiar with that term. I think that means using this button here, where if I'm, going long, but all of a sudden the trade comes back, if I hit this reverse button, I then take the trade and go in the opposite direction. Is that what they call flipping? Does anybody know? Yeah, I'm not familiar with that term. Okay, Ray thinks it is too. So me and Ray, we believe it's this reverse here, as you go, price goes up and down, you just change your trade around. Okay, we got into the profit window. Awesome, nice trade, guys. Great trade. The profit window popped up automatically for us, and squeezed in a little bit of cash there. So we're up to 680 in this PA account. Oh, Dan might have a different take on it. Dan thinks flipping is where you flip around your strategy or instrument, or maybe even contracts, huh? Like instead of trading 5, now I go to trading 2. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I tried to find what he meant, but they did so many videos. I couldn't find it. I couldn't get through it to find the right spot. But they. Yeah, I did that survey. If you haven't done the survey, go ahead and do that survey that they have. Because at the very end, first of all, it's a long survey. So if you're going to do the survey, get patient. But at the very end, they give, if the rules were these 5, 10 things, whatever they were, that looked reasonable to me. I said yes. So whatever that was at the very end of that survey, I liked. I think maybe one of the changes that they're trying to get past is they allow us to take these accounts down quite a ways. And I think they want to try to build in a little bit of margin there. And that would be a significant improvement on their end, because I don't even know, let's just say even if you had 100 accounts and you made everybody, put 2,000 in there and keep it there. That's a huge amount of money. So on their end, I bet that's what they're thinking. Okay, let's do the one-day pass on the NQ. We're starting to get a little bit of movement now. Had a lot of sideways action here. So we'll get this thing deployed. Let me show you how you would put. Let's say three Apex accounts. Use a trade copier, and we wanna try to use the one-day pass. If you guys would put in the chat ODP, let's go. Oh, Qbit, thank you. I bet that's the answer. Qbit wrote in there. According to Reddit, which is cool, thank you for sharing the source. Flipping is just entering a trade for the sole reason of trying to get a trading day in. The hold time doesn't matter. Okay, ODP, everybody's into it. ODP, one-day pass, one-day pass. There you go, Rue. We saw you doing it yesterday. You're the one who gave me the idea. Yeah, we got to get this one-day pass going. If you guys would, put it in the chat, ODP, let's get that thing rolling here. Let me read Holland here for a second. Yeah, okay, I think I'm coming to consensus. Thanks, Holland. That must be what flipping is. And I did hear him say that, so now it is tying that together for me. I think they now that everybody's mentioning it, they probably want to have you, again, you know, I got this one at $8,000. I don't need to trade it, you know, anytime soon. But to, you know, meet their rules or requirements, I do. So I could flip it down to a micro contract and, you know, get a day under my belt. Okay. All right. So the consensus has it. ODP. ODP. One day pass. Let's go. All right. Let me show you guys how we would do that. So over here, we'll go ahead and grab this guy. Gonna edit him. Keep all the parameters the same. So we do have the window of opportunity right now. When we looked at the data, this was the best, most favorable time to try this strategy. It's running about a 55% win rate in this window, so it's not perfect, but it, you know, it's better than just throwing a dart barely. We'll see how we do here. Let's go right up to the top. 82. Okay, so we got a 182 there armed, and we'll give it a couple more to make it exciting. So we've got a few here loaded. So if we get a signal, we're going to go ahead and take it in. We're going to take it in that PA, and we're going to take it in the one-day pass. So we're gonna really dip in the goodie here to try to get a good trade here. Had a lot of volume activity today. Fun Friday. So the next trade that we would take potentially, again, we have a lot of filters in here protecting us from, you know, jumping in, you know, too many trades or the trades that don't have the right setup. So we're not gonna just take any old trade, unfortunately. We're watching this yellow line here. This is really our entry signal, you could call it. Okay, so now you just saw this yellow line dip right down out of that little green zone here. If the 50, which is this dark solid green line, that's our 50 moving average. If that would turn red and that's coming down, that means that it's a good trade setup for us to take. So unfortunately missed that. We had a little bit too much of a movement in the positive direction to think that we were gonna, you know, be able to survive a short trade on that one. So our filter kept us out of that one. You know, we don't want to take trades, you know, into pivots, and, you know, we kind of want to get and that's what Apex wants. They really want you to have a trading plan, a strategy, and that's what we have. We have we've got a bulletproof strategy where it takes the trades, you know, with the same setup every time. Not a half the time or part of the time, every single time it has to have the mathematical setup, which it does on this particular trade. So it went down into the red, this yellow line, and then popped back out. When it pops back out, that's the entry signal. So we got the green cross, and if this candle now needs to close green, so we still have another filter here kind of protecting us. If price pulls back, we're not going to enter the trade. But if price continues to move in our direction, it will enter automatically. So we just took that trade.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
And we got a trailing stop on this one.
Order filled.
On the 1-day pass, we don't.
Order filled. Order filled.
ODP. ODP. We got the 1-day pass deployed here. We've got 10 contracts that we're holding. It's this group of strategies down here. 183, 182, 184. Yeah, Qubit, I might have misspoke. I think it was supposed to enter on a green candle, so I have to talk to Sergio about that. I did ask him the other day, and he said, yeah, it should be a green candle, because I thought I saw it enter on red before. So I'll talk to him about that. He thought it was set up for green too, so we're gonna take a look at that one. ODP, ODP, come on, baby. Don't give up now. So we're gonna have to get to a zone that we haven't been to for a little while here.
Order submitted.
Looks like I jumped in on the PA account again.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Definitely a struggle here for price, huh? Woo. A lot of no winning zones in here.
Order filled.
Rue, you think we should bring that up some? Yeah, Scott, good call. Too choppy to be trading. We'll take this one trade though. I wanted to do one 1-day pass here. See if we could get one under our belt.
Order filled.
Taking some heat.
Order submitted.
Uh-oh. Ooh,
Order submitted.
darn. A little too choppy here, I believe. This is a no trade zone, I would guess. This is it's flatlined. When the NQ has absolutely flatlined after a huge move.
Order submitted.
Wow, look at the move this morning. Okay, they came down to cherry pick our 10 contracts there.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
Okay, my P account took that trade there too.
Order submitted.
Let's see what other markets are doing good this morning. So go to the accounts tab. This is the strategies that we have running behind the scenes here. These are all running in sim accounts. I'll kind of show a sim account and a live account just to prove that they take the same trades, and the results would be, you know, very comparable or similar. So it looks like ES 5 minute is lead dog, followed by a couple YMs. So the YMs are really, really doing good and been doing good all week long, I believe. And then we've got the PA account here. We've got that thing working on our accounts, followed by a couple more. So we got a bot up here. Signal C starting to move up the leaderboard a little bit. A couple of the one-day passes are hanging around. So those are all winning strategies so far this morning.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Yeah, we got to move on. The NQ isn't gonna give us any winners right now. That one's gonna zonk us. Let's go move on. Let's get into the YM. This has been moving nicely. The Dow on some nice moves. Right here. Not here. Diamond. There we go. Ooh, taking a short trade right now. Ooh. 50.
Order filled.
It's up almost $1,000 here. Let's go look at a couple of its entries. Okay, there they are. There's a huge long entry here. So this one we've got on a 6-to-1, so it's a 15-tick stop loss and a 90-tick target. So it can lose 5 trades in a row and then hit the 6th trade and be even again. That's the beauty behind our strategies, is our risk to reward setup really leaned heavily in your favor to try to get some money in your account. If anybody wants to join and kind of learn more about the AI Auto Trader, Rory will be giving a presentation at 1 o'clock this afternoon. You can sign up and go check that out this afternoon. He'll kind of dig more into the technology behind the scenes, things that we're working on, results that we have. So Rory, maybe you can drop that link into the chat if you get a minute a little bit later. Okay, let's put this YM to work here on our account. Let's do a one-day pass on the YM. Let's go YM. One day pass, baby. ODP. ODP.
Order filled.
I'm going to put one on the ES also. Those are both doing really, really well lately. Edit the strategy. Go down here. Change the account. Only thing you change if you were to buy our system, the only thing you'd have to do is go change your account, put it on your account that you want to run, hit OK, and boom, it's off to the races. Okay, we took a trade on the NQ, unfortunately, on my PA account. So let's go take a look at that trade. go get the other chart. $146.
Order filled.
There it is. So we're trying long again.
Order filled.
Whew, tough zone to be a trader in. Holy moly. All right, popped up into the profit window.
Order
Ooh.
filled.
All right, nice trade.
Order filled.
Steve, I've got, okay, jumped in another one quick there. Oh, it's looking good for a minute. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, man. It's looking so good, too. And we tightened up on the stop. The stop's a trailer, so boom. Awesome. All right. We're on a roll here. Let's go. Couple of quick PA trades there on the NQ. We didn't think it had any life in it, and somehow it came to life. And it snuck out a couple of winners there. Boy, that was a struggle, though. Woo! Nice trades. Way to go, guys. Awesome. So we're getting closer to payday on that one.
Order submitted.
And it's easy to copy trade that now. You know, if 146 is just, you know, cruising and crushing it, you know, I would just go over here and change this to number 146. Right here as my leader account, and then you can just pick whatever ones you want to be your follower accounts,
Order filled.
and then it'll copy the same trade. Steve's asking how do you switch between the charts so quickly. Steve, I've got them loaded down here. Okay, you can't see the bottom of my screen, but in Ninja I've got them loaded down here, and they're just minimized. So I just then click on one of them, and then it brings it up. So I have them kind of all built sort of, I'll say behind the scenes, and they're sort of tucked away, minimized right now. Okay, so we got the NQ going into this support zone up here.
Order filled. Order filled.
Gonna make it right through that pivot, is it? Oh yeah. Woo! Okay, we got one more up there at, wow, went all the way up to 140. Woo-wee! Here we go.
Order submitted.
Big gap to fill here. Okay, we're going to deploy the one-day pass again on the NQ because that one is getting hot. It's getting hot. So I'm just looking for my one-day pass down here. NQ 30 range, one-day pass. That's the PA account. Here it is. So I'm just going to edit this to number 185.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, 185 is loaded. And now I can just click a couple of these to have it copy trade to them.
Order filled.
And now it's enabled and ready to rock and roll. This guy. How many screens? Scott, I have 4. Yeah, I'm one up. I got 4. Now, the only thing is I have 2 PCs too, so I have one PC for 2 screens, and then another PC for 2 screens. You got 3 for 1 PC? Nice breakout here on the NQ. Awesome. Boy, wish it would have came down a little further for us. Sure would have liked to have that long trade. All right, let's get some movement here. This NQ is starting to push up nicely. With this particular entry signal, this one is we call it signal A entry, and our signal A entry really lives on this this yellow line here. So it's really it's a Laguerre indicator that we modified and added a few more little bells and whistles. And as soon as this yellow line pops in and out of these green and red zones, it gives us our entry signal if we have enough filters to support it in the background. So right now it's what we call our signal B entry. The signal B are these little diamonds that are down here. Those would be the signal B entries. So those are trend trade entries. Those ones are really good if you got a good, nice trend going. Here we're starting to get a nice push to the upside. Yeah, yep, the haymaker is the Laguerre, so it's a pullback, kind of a momentum shift trade. Yup. Some people maybe even call it a counter trend trade. Yup. They get in early. You know, you can see it here, this cross got in early. You know, it's riding that one up still. So momentum is still, you know, moving to the upside. You can start to see it pulling back some here. So you would think we would get the entry signal because the yellow is coming out of the green, but we won't because we have other filters in there protecting us from that trade. So in this case right here, even though it would try to go down, the yellow line would be going down. We wouldn't take that trade because we have a filter in there that says that this solid green line here needs to be in agreement with that trade. So the only time we'll take a trade right now is if it's going to be going up, you know, in the direction of the trend. You can get a lot more trades, you know, taking out the filters, but you're probably going to get, you know, more losers, and that's what we're trying to prevent here.
Order submitted.
So those were some really good cross entries here that were telling us that we could start to feel momentum pushing in the positive direction. Kind of surprised me with that that volume zone and right up here, but it just pushed right through that like it wasn't even hardly there.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, nice move to the upside in the NQ here. It's next. So it looks like the all-time high. Got another all-time high today in the NQ. Woo, let's go. Got a big all-time high here today at 140, 19,140. New record. Awesome. Let's see what else is making money today. I'd like to hear from some of you guys in the chat. Are you trading? If you are, making money, losing money, drop a line in how you're doing. I like like to share your guys' results. Scott had a dang dinger this morning. Scott hit a dinger, got a $250,000 account passed. Way to go, Scott. He did a YOLO. We've got a new Signal C strategy here almost on the leaderboard. It's number 3. So I asked Sergio the other day, I said, Sergio, take the whole day and just work on like strategies. Just try to figure out some good entries, some nice juicy entries. And he did that, and boy, he over-delivered. He's got some beauties. This is a brand new Signal. This is a brand new one. Got one strategy going on, and it's up $400 today. But this is our R&D machine, so this isn't the. I have a lot more strategies here than the clients have. Nice push to the upside here. Could be a good time to deploy the, yeah, we're getting right around the 100. It'll get rocky around 100. So not necessarily the best time to, try to push a trade, but I will push a trade with the one-day pass on a signal B, because this is a great entry for signal B right here. Signal B enters when this yellow line is what we call pegged all the way to the top or all the way to the bottom of this indicator. So when this yellow line is right up here, you'll see that it does put these green triangles on the chart for me. That means that it would be a good entry for the trend trade, which means that momentum is fully pegged in one direction or the other. Okay, sounds like relaxation was doing good on the YM this morning, but he took a couple losers maybe now. Yeah, the YM was all over the leaderboard early. Looks like the Dow Diamond's still hanging on, and Signal B's still up there. Signal B's in a really nice trade right now. For me. That's the Dow Diamond. Right here is the Signal B. So again, signal B, it takes these entries as soon as this is pegged and it didn't have the support there. This chart's a little hard to read. So you can see once it cleared this volume zone here, again, we had a filter in there that protected it from taking that trade, but once it cleared that volume zone there, it went ahead and entered that trade, and it's riding it up. Now these are all one contract trades, just so everybody knows. We try to keep the playing field all the same. So these are all one contract trades, excluding now these one-day passes. These one-day passes have 10 contracts in them. But everything else is one contract trade. That way we have apples to apples comparison of which one's doing better than the other. So when you see those numbers, that's all on one contract. If you were to size up into 10 on this one, that's a $3,000 trade. If you take Rue's advice, watch out, everybody. The risky angel will jump on your shoulder and try to tell you to scale up. Rue does that in the chat every morning. Steve, any other filters? We have, I think you got them all. Just the volume zones I would mention. I'm not sure if you're saying that in there, but the volume zones. So again, we respect the volume zones. What I mean by that is on our charts, the system will automatically draw in these pivots or volume zones or support lines. There's really three things that we call them. They're all the same exact thing. They're really where price has rejected before in one way, shape, or form. So either got up and, you know, kept bouncing off or down. So we respect those for our entries. And then the 50, red or green, has to be red or green. Depends on if you're going short, it has to be red, you know, going long has to be green. So those are kind of the respect criteria we have. Sergio's working on a smart stop for us today. So we have an indicator that gives us an oversold condition, and he's deploying he's working on some code that will make I'll call it a smart stop, because it has an oversold indicator, and when we see that indicator, we're gonna put a stop on the trade. So kind of working on some things behind the scenes that are exciting here. So the NQ is getting a little bit of a pullback here. We ran right through the 100 like it wasn't even there. That's very surprising. But we're going to probably pull back to it and probably wander around 100, I would assume, for a little while. It's pretty normal that it hits those even numbers. Yeah, I call it 0, like 100, 30, 50, and then 70. Those tend to be the sticky zones on the chart when it comes to price. Ah, I was just reading the chat there, Suzanne. Okay. Yeah, flipping is reaching your target too soon, but you still need, you know, the full 10 days, and then you trade micros. Okay, they want us to, again, be consistent, so make maybe like $200 a day in the new rules. So yeah, we really haven't seen the new rules yet, right, Suzanne? Have they, I might have missed it. Have they posted the new rules by chance? Because I think there will be. I can almost guarantee there's going to be new rules coming. Yeah, I did the survey and read the rules at the very bottom, and no, still voting. Yeah, yeah, you guys, if you're out there and you know, do trade Apex or prop accounts, go ahead and jump into that survey. I know it's kind of painful though, so I rarely take a survey, but I took that one. Yeah, I'm invested in that one. I've invested thousands and thousands of dollars into it, so I want it to be, you know, a partnership where I understand the rules. We develop software that works within the rules, and, you know, all of our clients are making money with the rules that they have. So I stay close to it, and recommend that we all do. Like it's our trading funding. Yeah, totally agree there. All right, so we've got a webinar today at 1 o'clock if anybody wanted to join. Rory might have, let me cruise up in the chat and see if it's in here. Yeah, it is there. He dropped in the chat. If you scroll up in the chat, you'll be able to see it. You can attend the webinar at 1 o'clock today. He'll be showing some more behind the scenes of this auto trader and some of the longer term results that we have from trading it. Wanted to thank all the new members too. We've had an influx of new clients, so thank you for joining the auto trader. Really appreciate it. Had some really nice reviews in Trustpilot, so thank you very much for doing that. That's really, really generous and appreciated from my chair. It helps new clients understand what they potentially might be getting into as well. So It's really helpful. I saw Marcia's name here. She put a really eloquent, beautiful review in Trustpilot. Thank you. Nightbot says, hey, like 20 times. Hey, hey. It yelled at Rory earlier, though, for putting all caps. He busted him. Yeah, thanks, Brandon. Yeah, they must be still working on the rules. Yeah, I'm sure they're, trying to make sure they keep as many people as possible. That's the goal. They need that new seed money.
Order submitted.
We'll put a couple more here to work. This is a little slow zone here. We will take a long trade if we have enough clearance here in this pivot. Let's go ahead and just check it out. Wow, that's really sweet, Marsh. I really appreciate that. We hope good luck. Nothing but good luck. Let's go. 4 leaf green clovers. Come on, baby. All right, let's get a look here and see what the math tells us on this particular trade. I like to just use my ruler and kind of get a gauge of, what the opportunity distance might be here. So if we do continue to push up in a positive direction here, we had about 50 ticks of room. So we will take that trade. We do have a filter in this strategy that's going to protect it from taking the trade if it's 60 ticks away, I believe. So it would have potentially held it up, but now if we get a push in the positive direction, we will take this trade. And we got the 1-day pass too. Number 85. We'll wait till it jumps in if it does. So we're down here watching this yellow line, and it's in the red zone. So we're all the way down, so we're looking good now, potentially. If we get a push up to take a long trade, gonna need to get that 50 green again. But if price does push up, you can see the green for the 50 right there, so it will change. So if we can get enough lift here, we'll go ahead and take this next trade. And price is wanting to come back to 70 pretty hard here. So this one's a little tough one to enter. I really wish it would have got below 70, because 70 is a real struggle. Okay, good. Hopefully we pull back to 70. And take all the orders out of the 1970 zone, because a lot of people line up right there with orders. Put an iceberg of orders in there. Yeah, Gene, oh yeah, you're welcome. Might be Haitian. Appreciate you joining us. Saw the order there. Let me show you how to mess with the cross, because the cross is really your friend, and it's really I say follow the cross to profits. Let me show you that, and it's no lie either. So you go into indicators. So first of all, let me go back a little bit. The Ninja Trader uses right mouse click a lot. So they use the right mouse click. It's almost something you have to say just to get people to look at their mouse and say, okay, the one on the right side. I got to use my right mouse click, because we don't use that one very often. But in this Ninja Trader, they use it a lot. So your right mouse click and then your left mouse click on indicators. And we named the cross indicator down here RLMIP cross. So it's cross indicator. And now in here you have all the same settings that are in the strategy. So the Haymaker, for example, has all these settings available, and it just depends on which ones you click on. are the filters. So for this example, the cross is going to show me on the chart when I have all these things in play. And what I like to do just to show people how to see as many crosses as possible, you just keep everything empty except the signal, and we're going to hit apply here, and we're going to see a lot more crosses pop on the chart. So you can see we had this cross pop on the chart even though we didn't take the trade because we had it filtered out from this green 50. So this could be an entry signal for you if you wanted to. In the haymaker, you could uncheck the 50, and then it would have taken this trade, and you can see this is a pretty darn good trade. Right now, again, we enter after candle close. Right now, that trade made it down 140 ticks. Okay, we're about to jump in though now. So our system's right to take the next trade as soon as this. Nope. So I was wrong. I have the crosses. I got to put this filter back on. So that was the one potentially preventing us. We want to do. And let's see it at 60. I think that's what we have. So now we're only going to see entries where the 50 is in alignment with the trade setup. So you can see there we did have that cross, but the 50 wasn't in alignment, so it didn't take the trade automatically. So you can kind of see what other entries you could have. Wow, that thing just fell apart on us, didn't it? Holy moly. Wow. Almost a 100-point push and a 100-point pull. Woo. Could get rich on one of these moves. Yeah, Robert, that's a good question. How come we don't have a bot for the one-day passes? You could. The bot will change its stops and targets though, so that's kind of the reason that we don't have one, is that we really need to pass this $50,000 account, for example. You need to have very specific a setup, so you can't change it, unfortunately. You need 62 ticks to make the $3,000. The bot will try to adjust those on market conditions on how the one-day pass was doing. So let's say, the one-day pass didn't make it for me last time, and I think it went up maybe 20 ticks. So what it would do, the drone in that case, we call that a drone, it would try to tell the bot, hey, don't try to go for 62, man. I only made it up 20 last time. So that's the power of the bot, is it's taking the conditions from the drone and trying to adjust to market conditions. So for a one-day pass, we want to keep those parameters solid and try to make that money. Yeah, Steven, nice one. I love that. That's funny. Yeah, that's really, really great. Really appreciate that, Marcia. I know those guys are outstanding and lucky to have them on my team. They're really, really great partners for sure. Yeah, no, Gene, I'm going to work on that. Sergio already thought it did, so I'm pretty sure he can take a quick look and say, "Oh, I made him. Yeah, I got this right here. I'll change and get you a new setup." So we'll get that squared away, I'm sure. Because I asked him yesterday. I said, "Man, I think I saw it take one when it was red," and he says, "No, it shouldn't." And I said, "Okay, let me look and let me make sure before I get him off on a tangent." So we'll definitely look into that for sure. Okay, we got to get the chart to work for us here. It's 11 o'clock. Let me make sure that this strategy is awake after 11. This one-day pass. I just got to go take a look at the session times. We give them to you guys with the best times, like 10:05 to 11 was the best time last time. So it was sleeping now. I'm glad I looked at this. We want to, you know, for this purpose of display here, want to show it. Oh, speaking of display, needed to bring this in. All signals and trading opportunities, both orally, written, or electronically, that are disclosed here are for educational and demonstrational purposes only. Me or my team take no responsibility for any trades that you take, either profit or loss. Participation in the futures market involves a substantial amount of risk. A person could lose a substantial amount of money very quickly. So please reach out to a financial advisor before taking any trades. I always forget about that. I got to do that at the beginning. So yeah, we'll see if we can get one to take here for us. Let's see what else is trading well this morning. Wow, the ES. Beautiful move in the ES this morning. It's in another really good trade right now. The YM is doing awesome. Rarely ever trade that, if ever. Oh boy, getting a huge slide. Wow, what is going on here? Herky jerky. Whew. Okay, time to get in on signal B, I'm thinking. Let's do that. This trend is getting me thinking that I gotta be moving stuff around a little bit. And this is what we have to do to trade. I mean, the bot's gonna, you know, wait for that perfect setup. But if we see that the charts are leaning more towards a different signal, you know, we should probably deploy it here. Yeah, we're getting the NQ signal B bot is rising up here, ES signal B. So starting to see the trend bots coming up, the leaderboard with these big moves. I'll get one set up with the signal B also, so we can get in a trade here. So I'm just going into my my files here and grabbing a signal B. Oh boy, time to get in. Volume is good, and we'll get it set up for the one-day pass. So I'm just going to set a couple of filters up in the signal B that I just want to respect, and now I want to get it set up for the one-day pass. So 62 target, 50 stop loss. And I like a trailer. I like 50 tick trailer. So we'll get this thing rolling here. Dun. Okay. So now, when the, I'll enable this guy. Just got a couple of them locked and loaded here. Had a huge pullback here.
Order filled.
Okay, awesome. Looks like we're back to where we started at about 10:30. Right in this this chop zone here. Hope we can slide on out of it. Somebody liked the news though. We're gonna come back and buy more later, I think. Bring this over. Ray, thank you. Appreciate that. It was really nice. Had some really good reviews on Trustpilot. Marcia, it was a beautiful one.
Order filled. Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled.
Wow, this ES Signal A drone, man, it's really doing well today. It's at $1,500. Okay, we just entered short on our Signal B.
Order filled. Order
Awesome.
order filled.
No, that was a, this was a PA account.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, we took that short trade and got stopped a little bit. Didn't make her all the way up.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Guess those ones were already roasted here. Number 88.
Order filled.
Okay, we got the trend one loaded here, number 88, and we'll hope that we can get an NQ trend going. Had a really nice short trend. Now maybe we'll push up and get the lock the gear in the top here. Got a really nice ES trade going on. Let's check this one out. Yeah, this one's the lead dog, the ES Signal A drone.
Order
I'll closed at its profit and loss for the day, so it actually is down. Its profit target for the day is at 1500. So those are numbers you can obviously change back and forth, but I think this one is shut down at 1500, or if it loses 500 for the day, it shuts down. So it's going to sleep. Hit its profit limit. ES cash register is in the trade here.
Order filled.
So it's in this short trade. Took this short trade coming down. Almost hit the target.
Order submitted.
See how this trade's gonna.
Order submitted.
Okay, we just entered a trade with bought one. Oh, didn't trade.
Order filled.
Forgot to change it to 10 contracts. Might be a good thing though. So this is it was one contract. Let me change it to 10. That was ODP. ODP. Okay, we are getting the signal to go short now, and we need to have enough room here. Might not be enough. I think we're getting back into that chop zone. Let's see. Yep. Right here where it was chopping for about 30 minutes or longer. I wanted to show just a couple of things. If you're new to the auto trader, or you're thinking about even buying it, I want to show kind of the the way that you would know how to trade, what to trade, when to trade, is really using this tool here called Trade Performance. So you left click on New, you then left click on Trade Performance, and it will pop open this window here. This is probably the most important part about the auto trader, is the trade performance. So when you buy it, Charles will get you all set up, show you how to enable the strategies, disable them. But then this is going to be your best friend, this trade performance tool, because this is the one that captures all the trades and then tells you how profitable it is. So for example, this strategy, the ES 5-minute signal AI bot, again, you set your calendar up here. So this week right here, 6/3 through 6/7, and then you can pick each strategy and kind of see how they're doing. So this one's at $17.95 for the week, which is an awesome week, okay? Anytime they're above it, excuse me, above 1,000 is significant, is a really good week. So you just grab each one of them and just see how they're doing right on down the line. So for example, the CL Signal B bot, looks like it did pretty good. It's at 1,000 this week. The drone is at 1,500. ES 1-day pass, it's at 3,000. Again, that one trades 10 contracts, so that one's, you know, a little different. These are all these other ones are one contract. The cash register's down. The ES Signal A bot is up 1,800. The drone is at 253. So not only do you get the full aggregate number here, you get a number that's interesting. So this is the percent profitable. I mentioned how we have the risk to reward heavily favored in our direction. That's how we're able to get, you know, $1,800 on a 25% win rate because we have, you know, the strategy at a 5-to-1, so you make money. So anyways, this is going to be your best friend to go through each one of these, and depends on what your time horizon is, you know, over the last week, the last 3 days, whatever it might be, and just click each one of them right on down the line here to see how well you're doing. Let's see. Don't know what my biggest one is. So it looks like this one's at, you know, 5,000. This is a PA account. And you can go into each trade. So this is what we use to optimize these. All this data over here, we can export this. You can export it out to Excel. And now once it's out in Excel, Excel takes a minute to open. Now that you have it out in Excel, we can do some really cool things out here. First thing I do is I always change these to numbers, convert them to a number, and then I go to my data, I add filters. So now it adds filters, and now you can really dig into the weeds. This is called MFE. This is how much the trade went in your direction. They call it maximum favorable excursion. So now I can see how many trades went in my direction, how far, how much money, how many ticks, and then how many didn't, you know, down here eventually. So we use this data to optimize all the strategies. So, you know, NinjaTrader 8 is a very, very powerful system, and you can really dig into the weeds dramatically and see what's going on in your strategies. So we entered this trade right here. This is another PA trade. It was sensing that it was time to try to go take a long one here. Kind of tapping out on the highest price has been for a little while too, so a little bit of resistance here to get up there. Boom. All right, another good trade down. I think we'll go ahead and end the broadcast on that one. Another decent little trade there. That one is a PA trade, and the way I have that one set up is 5 contracts, and just hoping for 20 ticks. So it's a 20-20-20, 20 trailer. So it's a simple little strategy. Like I said, we used to try to go 200 ticks. This move might make it. This is a good looking move. It might make a good run here. This could be a good one to take a discretionary trade. Let me show you how to do that. So to take a discretionary trade here, you can just do, you know, any of these over here: buy bid, buy ask, buy market. I typically do by the bid, and I try to wait. So now we're at 950. I'm gonna wait because 50 is super sticky usually. If it can get to like 57, I'll go ahead and buy it. But when it gets to 54, a lot of times it'll pull back to 50. So it looks like it's going to have enough legs here. I don't know. It's a good opportunity to try to do a buy. Now, I've got a lot of different ATMs set up over here. These are fully programmable, so you can go into custom and totally tweak it to your liking. For a PA account, I like to do, I've got this one down here. This one's a little bit of a trailer. So it trails right along with it. So we're in for 2 contracts here, and we'll see if this trade can move in our direction at all. And the nice thing about setting one up like this with a trailer is I can kind of just keep moving my stopper target away from the trade here. So this keeps you in the good standings with the rules. So I'm down here looking. I'm looking at my balance. It's at 52,000. To get paid, you need 2,600. So I need, now I need about 670 bucks to get it into payday. This price still looks like it's going to move in our direction, so it's probably time to potentially do another trade. Just wanted to show how to do a discretionary trade there with our system. You can even do it inside an auto trade. So if it was in that auto trade, you're able to buy and sell right along with the trade. There is a little secret that we've developed. If you are in an auto trade and you want to just close the manual contract, you can use your wheel, the wheel on the mouse, and you, instead of clicking a button to close, you click the wheel over the close button, and that just sells your manual trade, and it keeps your strategy enabled. So we do have that capability. I really appreciate everybody joining the broadcast this morning. We do have a webinar at 1 o'clock if you're more interested in checking out the system and learning about the details of the best strategies to trade and how we've been doing over the last couple of weeks. Pop in and check it out. It's in the chat. If you scroll up a little ways, you'll see it says come join us today at 1 o'clock. Rory will give a nice presentation on the AI auto traders. So if you haven't joined us yet, come on aboard. This is fun. It's easy. It's relaxing. Takes trading to a whole new level for me. Instead of staring at the chart hoping like heck, I push the button and then I say, why did that do that? Why did it do that? It's supposed to make money every day. Come on. But we have a ton of data, a lot of support systems in Discord, and we're getting tons and tons of new members. So appreciate everybody joining us and enjoying the auto trader and helping us develop it. So don't forget that we got a team here working behind the scenes developing code right now. If you guys have great ideas, things that are working, might work, drop them in our Discord chat into the ideas channel. We look at them on a regular basis, add them to our list, rank them as far as impact and difficulty go, and Sergio gets his work list. So appreciate everybody joining us again today for the broadcast. And if you have time, pop into that webinar. And if not, have a great weekend and good luck trading. Bye now, guys.